Hello, we're learning to play Last Waltz. So this is our third video now. So the first two videos covered up to bar 16. So I'm just going to play it through to you. If you're not happy with the first section, with what I'm playing now, you just need to go back and look at the first two videos again, okay? But if all is good and you can play along with me, it's time to move on to this next bit, okay? So if I count it in, and you can try and play it with me up to bar 16 first of all. 1, 2, 3. Nice and quiet, getting louder, getting quieter. 3, 2, 1. Hold for 2. Hold for 3, 2. Now it's loud. It's going to get even louder and quieter a bit. Okay, so that's up to bar 16. Now then we've got some nice chords to do here on this next section. And you'll see when you finally do it as a duet with your teacher or playing along with my duet video, you'll find that, as often the case in duets, the lower part sometimes gets the tune, while the upper hand does some nice chords. The upper person, if you like, gets some chords to play. So we're just going to learn 4 bars here, which is from bar, I'll show them to you in the music, see if you can find them in your own music. So this is the third, where's the piece? 1, 2, 3, third line, third bar. You see these chords? So it goes, now each bar starts with the rest. So it goes rest, chop, chop, rest, chop, chop, rest, chop, chop, rest, chop, chop. And then there's a little bit more with a sharp at the end. But we're just going to get these first 4 bars. So always a rest first, and then 2 chords that are the same. And use the fingering will really help you here play the right notes, okay? And I'll show you how. So you're still in the same hand position as before. So you ended, so you're up here with your thumb on B. So your little finger is up on F. And we look at the music here, that is the top note. Every good boy deserves football. So that one's 3 and 5. And then we've got a 2 and 4, a 2 and 5, and it doesn't say the fingers here, but can you see they're the same chords you did there, so it'd be 2 and 4 again. So let me show you what that means then. So the 3 and the 5, this is what we call a third, 3 notes apart, skip apart, okay? Now we're not going to use those fingers, we're going to use these fingers, okay? So you go rest, first of all, okay? So you might want to try that first, you can always freeze the video or just try playing it with me. So I'll say rest, and then we play that chord twice. Little finger on F, third finger on D. So it goes rest. Now for the next one, we're going to go rest, and you'll see in the music it says 2 and 4, and you'll see the notes are both 1 lower, so there'll be those ones. So it goes rest. So the first one is a third, so rest, so 3 and 5, rest, and this is also a third, but in a different place. But notice the hand position hasn't changed. 3 and 5. 2 and 4. Now the next chord you'll see is a slightly wider chord, and it's got the fingering 2 and 5 over it, which will give you that. It's a fourth. Okay, and then you go back to the 2 and 4. So if I play you the whole thing, okay, and I'll call out the fingers as we go. So if I just say rest before each one, so it goes rest 3 and 5, rest 2 and 4, rest 2 and 5, rest 2 and 4, and you got it. Should we try one more? See if you can play along with me or freeze the video and go back on it, okay? So, starting with the rest, so you've got your 3 and 5 ready. Rest, 3 and 5. Rest, 2 and 4. Rest, 2 and 5, the fourth. Rest. Now I know that's not very much, but I want to try and get the left hand straight under it here. Now in your left hand, remember we had our thumb has been on the A through the whole piece. And you can just follow the fingering here to get yourself started. You can see there it says 2 under it. So in your left hand, it's going to be your second finger. It'll be G, by the way, okay? Because remember everything's in treble clef. So it goes rest, G, G with the 2. Rest, the same note again, but remember the top bit will be different. G, G, rest. Then you go to your thumb on A. Thumb, thumb, rest, and then back to the 2. So let me show you what that will look like. So the left hand goes rest, 2, 2, rest, same again, rest, thumb, rest. So folks, you're mainly playing the G, aren't you? 2 Gs, so you do that twice, then you'll do the 2 As, and then back to the 2 Gs. Okay, so I want to try and put that together. So remember, don't just memorize stuff. It's great to memorize stuff, really useful, but also if you have your music there, which you should do when you're preparing a piece, work from your music as well, because you'll just, even if you're not reading every note, you just need to be looking for those patterns, those shapes, where the hands are together, where they're separate, where there's rests. So looking at your bar, so 15, 16, we're going from bar 17, okay? So I'm going to put my music down, but I want you to look at your music as you play, okay? So let's get our hands in the right place. Little finger up on the F for that chord. In this hand, you've got your thumb on A, but we're going to be using the G. This is the hand position you've had through the whole piece so far, okay? So this is your first chord, so let's try that one. So you've got 3 and 5 there, and a 2 there. So I'm just going to go rest, we're going to play the chord twice, and stop, okay? And then think about what we've got to do next. Here we go, so the first one, rest. Does that make sense? Yeah, so 3 and 5, 2 on a G here. D and an F up there, 2 on G. Can we do it again? So I'll just say rest. Rest. Now, have a little look at music. Can you see for the next bar, the left hand's doing the same thing, but the right hand is now the 2 and the 4. So this is the second bar now of this little run of chords. Are you ready? We're just going to do it after I say rest. Rest. Should we try it again? So same thing again, second there, 2 and a 4 here. That's the third, isn't it? Here we go, after the rest, rest. Okay. Let's look at the next one. Now, the left hand has changed slightly. It's now your thumb on A. The right hand is doing the 2 and the 5 business. So it'll be that, okay? Let's try that one. We're going to practice it twice, okay? So thumb there, 2 there, 5 there. So I'll say rest as usual. Rest. Okay, let's try it again. Same one, thumb there, 2 and a 5. After the rest, rest. And then back to the last one is going to be back onto the G there with the 2 and the 2 and the 4 here. Okay, it hasn't got 2 and 4 written over it, but you'll see if you just go back 2 bars, you had the same chord with 2 and 4 written over it. Okay, it's just that and that, okay? So here we go. So after the rest, rest. And let's try one final one, okay? After the rest, rest. Okay. Right, now you might want to go back over that, which is fine. You can always just rewind, scroll back a bit to watch that again, or have a go at all 4 chords, but I'm going to do it really, really slowly and talking us through as we go. So after each one, I'm going to stop it and set up the next one, but we won't repeat it. We'll just do each one once, just to start getting the feel for how it goes together. So the first one is a 2 here, and a 3 and a 5 here. So remember, have a look in your music. Do use your music as well. So I'm just going to say rest, and we're going to do it, okay? Rest. Now for the next one, we need the same finger there, 2 and 4 here. After the rest, rest. Now, for the next one, you need your thumb here on the A, and the 2 and the 5 there. After the rest, rest. And then for the final one, the 2 here again on the G, and the C and the E, the 2 and the 4 there. After the rest, rest. So, let's try it again. This time I will tell you what the fingers are for the right hand, but I'm not going to talk about the left because it's just 2, 2, 2, 2, thumb, thumb, 2, 2. Okay, so that's what that does. But the hard bit really is these chords over the top. So here we go. So starting off the first one, 3 and 5 at the top. After the rest, and rest. Next one coming up, rest, 2 and 4. Rest, 2 and 5. Rest, 2 and 4. Okay, and one last one. So after the rest, and rest. 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 And I think that's plenty to be going on with for now. Now, I know it's only 4 bars, but you've really achieved a lot just with those 4 bars. Really fiddly stuff. Really hard, probably one of the hardest things you've had to do at grade 1. But it's totally possible. Remember, do use your music, because the hands aren't moving really either. The hands are staying in the same place the whole time. So that means you can be thinking about what's going on the page and looking at it and just getting used to following your music and improving your reading. You may want to go back over that, or when you're ready, you can go on to the next video and we'll be looking at the beginning of the next line. There's a few more chords just to finish off that section.